How can you have a conversation about tariffs when you are Earn Your Leisure, a financial platform that people rely on to get information from? How could you leave this type of information out to say that other countries are already charging us significantly more in tariffs than we are charging them? How can you leave this out? So I have.
Oh my God.
I just call out stuff for what it is. It is what it is. Let's go through this video that Earn Your Leisure put out talking about Trump's tariffs, because I think it's extremely biased and a bit misleading. And I think I'm being nice when I say a bit misleading. So let's look at this video. You guys give me your thoughts.
I know sometimes you got to hear it from alternative news outlets to actually believe it. But when we said this tariff thing wasn't a good idea,
yes,
last month, we were like, yo, this is not a good idea. It's going to hurt the economy. Then, some people's like, no, it's not true. You haven't studied the 1918 Tariff Act. Well, when the Wall Street Journal says this is one of the dumbest decisions in the history of a presidency,
yes.
Who owns the Wall Street Journal?
Republican bucks.
Rupert Murdoch. He's one of the richest people in the world. He's one of the most conservative people in the world. What else does Rupert Murdoch own? Fox News. That's his outlet. Rupert Murdoch's ultra-conservative Wall Street Journal headline, front page news, said this is one of the dumbest decisions a presidency has ever made. You are risking a global depression. Not recession. Depression.
They may act as if they don't need each other. China, America, Canada, Europe, and Mexico all need each other because all of the countries, with the exception of China, are on a house of cards.
This is what intelligent fiscal conservatives are saying. Why are you starting an unnecessary trade war? I'm sympathetic for people that have substance abuse problems. But you're going to crash the world over fentanyl?
Need it.
You're going to crash the war over fentanyl. This is what they're saying. They are intentionally leaving out what I showed y'all before. Let me go back to it. This is what they're intentionally leaving out. They're too smart for me to assume that they do not have access to this information right here. Now, did Trump say that fentanyl played a role in it and he's going to use it to address the border? You could say that. But how can you have a conversation about tariffs when you are Earn Your Leisure, a financial platform that people rely on to get information from? How could you leave this type of information out to say that other countries are already charging us significantly more in tariffs than we are charging them? How can you leave this out? So I have to assume then that it is intentional. And even if it's not intentional, this is a huge mess up when you're not giving the entire picture. You're not painting the entire picture because the majority of people that follow you are Black people that voted Democrat, and you may not want to give the full picture because it may not align with what the Democratic politicians like a Jasmine Crockett or a Ayanna Pressley or a Chuck Schumer or a Nancy Pelosi or Elizabeth Warren are putting out to the public. But instead, you're going to simplify this to just be, oh, he's trying to charge tariffs on fentanyl. You are aware of that these tariffs include other countries outside of just Mexico. That the issue that Donald Trump is addressing with the tariffs is not just Mexico. I don't believe that the tariff relationship, the tariff war with China has anything to do with fentanyl. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I haven't heard that information. So when you have these intelligent brothers on here that are not giving the full picture, I sit back and I'm just like, damn, like why? Like this is the bias that always comes into play with a lot of these things that we're given. So therefore, we never even are making rational decisions with all the information. Because the majority of people are not going to do all of this research. And to be totally honest, it's not even that much research that I did on this. And I'm going to do a lot more. I'm going to continue to do so. My opinion may change one way or another with new information that I receive. But to not give people the full picture of this, in my opinion, was not right. Was not right. So they can make it seem as if it's just about fentanyl. They can make it seem it's simple to me. Like, yo, what's China charging us? They're doing better than us. Their economy is more powerful than us. We can't afford to go to war with them on any front. Well, I wonder why we can't. Maybe it's because we're fueling their economy and they're not fueling ours. Let's keep going with their video. Let's see the rest of what they had to say.
But not crashing the war.
Like I'm saying, like
But
this
the
is the
war is needed.
this is what you.
And let me be clear, these brothers know a lot. I would say that they know a lot more than me when it comes to finances, the stock market, all these different things. But maybe y'all can tell me that I'm missing something. But for them to know so much more than me, I would expect them to just give us all the information and then give us your opinion on it. But to make it as if it's only about fentanyl,
You draw the line. Like out of everything, out of every problem, you're going to cause a global depression because of fentanyl.
And shout out to all of you dum-dums who kept saying BRICS doesn't matter. Russia, China have a war of death against us. You just saw Xi Jinping.
So you just said that Russia and China have a war of death amongst us, but we fuel the Chinese economy. And going back to that graphic, I'm not even going to pull it up. We're paying China 13.1% on the goods that we want to sell in China, while they're paying us 2.9%. But you think that we should continue doing that, even though they have a death war or death wish, whatever he just described it as. Does it? And please tell me if I'm bugging. Maybe I'm seeing this the wrong way. Maybe there's something that I'm missing. I'm totally understand. I may be wrong on all of this, but based on my current understanding, what they're saying is not making sense.
We're prepared for any war you want to go to. Social media war, TikTok war, real war, cooking with Kaya war, whatever y'all want to do. We got smoke.
The reason why they have smoke and they're prepared to go to war with us on any front is because we are fueling their economy. We're helping their...
Y'all know what it is. It's Dak from the OG Network. And I just want to thank y'all. That's right, to thank y'all for all of your tremendous support over the years, whether you've been rocking with us from the beginning or maybe this is the first show that you're checking out on the network. We want to thank you nonetheless. And we have an ask, all right? We have a goal of reaching 20,000 subscribers by the end of March. That's right, 20K by the end of March. It's not a real goal unless you put a date on it. And with that, we need your help. So we ask that if you are enjoying the content that you like, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're feeling real generous, maybe share with some friends and family. All right, I'll let y'all go. And once again, thank you for your continued support. And we look forward to growing with y'all. See y'all soon. Ew.
Budget. We're helping their military budget. With all the products that we import from them, we are helping our biggest enemies who you claim has a death wish on us or whatever words you described it as. We're fueling their economy. Does that make any sense?
A president or a dignitary only says that if they have the plan to destroy a country. I don't want it.
So they have a plan to destroy our country, but yet we're going to fuel their economy. Please, somebody tell me what I'm missing.
Hear about the quorum. I've already masterminded the plan with Putin on how to kill y'all while your country is already in a recession they want to announce.
And the reason why we're in this recession, the reason why our economy is failing is the same reason why the black economy fails in our country, because we spend outside of our community more than we spend in our community.
And guess what? China is our financial parent. So if they...
China is our financial parent. This brother just said that China is our financial parent. So you said earlier that China has a death wish, whatever words you described it as. Now you're saying that China is our financial parent. You're saying that China is ready to go to war with on any front. Now you're saying China is our financial parent. Why are they our financial parent? Do you think it makes sense for us to be feeding the economy of our financial parent? Do you think it makes sense for our financial parent for us to be paying more in tariffs for their products that we want to sell over there compared to significantly more compared to what they want to sell in our country? 13.1% compared to 2.9%.
They bankrupt their economy to have triage on us. It's real easy to go to war. That's what their kids are prepared to go to war. Ours are not.
And it's not.
Speaking of kids, what do we want to set up for our kids, right? For the next generation? Do we always want to think about everything short term well, hold on. What's going to just be best for me right now? I just want, when I go to the store right now, what can I pay the least amount? What can I pay the least amount? When we have that short-term thinking, this is why we land in the position that we land right now. When we don't prioritize buying American products and having American factories or having factories in America, because we've lost a lot of these factories, because we've allowed companies like a John Deere to go take their American company and put it on the border in Mexico. So therefore they can have cheaper labor. And now they're feeding the Mexican economy, taking jobs away from Americans. Why do we think that this stuff is happening?
Not gonna work. The last time we had a major tariff war, it caused the Great Depression. It's not gonna work.
One of the leading factors.
It's not gonna work.
Yes.
He's playing games. He announced it 30 days ago, and then he said, "Okay, I'm gonna give a 30-day pause." He announced
For what?
He announced it. He said, "We're gonna go full-fledged," and then he's like, "Oh no, we're gonna give another 30 days for agriculture and auto." It's like, it doesn't make any sense at all. You're losing.
He mentioned the auto. Now, we just heard from the auto workers. We just heard from the president of the Auto Workers Union. So, fellas, why don't y'all bring on the president of the Auto Workers Union? He aligns with y'all politically.
Credibility. You pissing people off. You costing people a lot of money. Yeah. Like, the reason why he stopped the auto thing is because he met with GM and Ford, and they said, look, what are you doing?
You can make all the threats.
We just heard from the president of the Auto Workers Union, and he contradicted everything that they're saying.
What you want to, you need leverage to win a negotiation.
I know.
The reason why we have no leverage to win this negotiation is because for years we've had unfair tariffs. For years, we've purchased more. We've been buyers. We haven't circulated the money within America. We've been sending it to China to fund their economy.
Sometimes you got to hear from alternative news outlets to actually believe it. But when we said this tariff thing wasn't a good idea,
yes,
last month, we like, yo,
y'all ain't gonna call it out though, because y'all like earn your leisure, right? Earn your leisure. They smarter than me though, so I don't know. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm not telling you to believe what I'm saying. I'm telling you to do what I did over the weekend. Look this shit up. If you really care, if you really want to have arguments among family members without having all the information, look it up. Don't just rely on your favorite content creators. Don't rely on what I'm telling you. Look it up yourself. Mama Lay wrote, this is enlightening because I doubt anyone has bothered to look this up. That's a fact. Sounds like he wants to bow down to China. Fact. Fear-mongering. Fact. Next step is for the administration to implement stimulus packages for manufacturing companies within the United States or those looking to create manufacturing companies to compete with imports. I'm with it, Ant. Shout out to Ant in the building. I'm late. What did you look up over the weekend? I looked up just the tariff information. Based on the tariffs. Yeah, Ant, definitely make sure that you, if you tap in on the show yesterday, I took about an hour to explain what I was learning. Not even to explain it, but just to review what I was learning based on the tariffs and the videos that I looked up and just different things as far as what Trump wanted to implement, what they were talking about when they mentioned reciprocal tariffs, because I did not know any of this stuff. All I knew was what people were presenting to me. And I'm like, damn, how can this side present something that sounds totally different than this side? And I said, let me look it up myself. Let me look up an objective way. And to be totally honest, it was pretty hard. It was pretty hard to find objective views on this. So I had to kind of like bring everything together and then kind of take a little bit from here, a little bit from here, and make sense of everything. Steve said, nothing beats developing an opinion with source documentation. That's a fact. So when we go, it's like, yo, these earn your, I became disappointed. I'm disappointed with Earn Your Leisure. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm disappointed with him. I'm disappointed with him because that was corny. That's corny what you're doing. That's corny what you're doing when you're just trying to formulate an opinion based on what's going to be attractive to the majority of your audience rather than just giving the real to your audience and letting them decide on their own. You're just like an MSNBC in that standpoint. All right, let's and maybe a Fox as well, because maybe Fox does the same thing. So I gotta say one, gotta call out both, right? All right, so let's it's 9:30. I'm gonna be honest. You know what? I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. Damn, I wanted to talk about this Ben Shapiro, Derek Chauvin. Let me give me a second. Hold on. I'm not sure if we're gonna talk about this. Hold on. I'm just not sure if we got enough time. I'm not sure if we got enough time. Let me give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see how long this video is. I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you why when I talk about it, why I have to talk about it. 1 second. 1 second. All right. I was sent something. He sent it to me on Facebook. Shoot. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I got a Facebook video based on this. Let me see if I can find Ben Shapiro and what he said on Derek Chauvin on YouTube real quick, just to make it a little bit easier. Matter of fact, we're going to play a different video. We're actually going to play a different video. So we're going to play this video from Valuetainment because they brought up some stuff that Ben Shapiro, I got it. Don't trip. Don't trip. I got y'all. Make sure that y'all like. Make sure that y'all like. Let me share this video with you guys. Let me get rid of these real quick. Where's the video at? Hold on.
It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.